And welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. It's probably not the best light to look at me right now. Welcome to all my new subscribers as well. It's lovely to see you joining the Simple Living series. Today, what are we making? We're making Afghan Slice. And it's very simple, very easy. With Skippy or any type of cornflakes that you may have lying around, bits and pieces that you always have left in the end of the bag, because this recipe calls for 2 cups of cornflakes. Now you can also use a mixture of cornflakes, oats, whatever you've got lying around. I know some people don't like the cornflakes, so they tend to use the oats more. And you can put the dried coconut in it as well. I don't like that dried coconut flavour, so I go straight for the cornflakes, and I specifically buy these for baking purposes. So it's a very easy, simple recipe, and then once it's baked, we will ice it. So to start off with, you need 200 grams of softened butter, which I've already got ready in a bowl, with 1/4 cup of sugar. And you need to beat this until it's soft and fluffy. So I'll bring you over to the electric beater. We shall beat that for a little bit, and then we'll continue with the next section. Okay, I've just started the beating process. We're at the next stage. I've mixed it all in. So you don't want any white floury bits showing. You want it to be completely covered in the coconut, the cocoa, so it's completely chocolate. And it's kind of coming together now. It's sticking together because the butter's wet with the dry ingredients. This is when you add the cornflakes, and you just gradually stir them in as well, and it all comes together lovely. If it's a bit dry, just add more butter. If it's not sticking, sometimes I've had to do that. It just depends on the quality of the day and the butter. But when you press it, it will press in okay. You've got to press it into your tin. So I'll just keep stirring the cornflakes in, and we shall come back. Next part of this, now that I've been mixing in the cocoa and the corn flour, the coconuts. I don't know why I want to call it corn flour. So it's kind of like a little bit of a dry combination of a wet mix. Normally at this point you would, get them and start rolling them into little biscuits. But we're not doing that today. We're making a slice. So I will get ready and lay it out on the tray for baking. Let's get ready. So I've got a grease-proof layered tray. Now this is a bigger tray, so it's probably not going to all fit in here. So I'm well aware of that. You will need a smaller tray. Unfortunately, I don't have one at the moment. So you then get the mixture. cocoa. Oh man, it smells delightful. And then you just press it down in the tray to be a slice. Sometimes it helps to have wet hands. I might just wet mine a little bit with warm water, so it doesn't stick to your hands. Oh, that's better. Yeah, this tray is not going to be the right size, so I'm quite aware of that. But you get the idea. I'll have to look out for a smaller one. So I'll have to watch this very carefully because the ends, because it's not the right size tray, those end bits could burn. So that's what it looks like in the tray, all pressed down, and that'll go in the oven, in a preheated oven at 180 for about 20 minutes. And then we come back and we ice it. So I'll be putting this in the oven now, and we'll come back once it's 20 minutes is up. Okay, we're back. So let's get the slice out of the oven. You don't want to leave it in too long because it will burn. Oh, there it is there. Now that will just cool down. So you need to let that cool down, and then what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll make the icing for it. And that's the chocolate icing. So we'll come back and we'll do that shortly. But that's looking really, really delicious. It'll crunch up, go nice and crunchy. The ends didn't burn, which is really, really good. So I'm really pleased with that. So we'll come back and finish it off shortly. Right, while that's cooling, I've got it over there on the window ledge, cooling in the cool air. We'll make the icing. So I've already melted a little bit of butter. Now, I'm again eyeballing it. I'm a rustic cook. So I'd say, I don't know, that's probably about a tablespoon of melted butter. And in that goes the icing sugar. So I'll just get the Now this stops the lumps, because icing sugar can be very lumpy, as you know, and you don't want lumps. You want your icing to be smooth. It's not so lumpy, this one. Some of them are worse than others. Yeah, it doesn't feel that lumpy. Funny that. Must be the brand. Always use a knife when you are making icing. And mix that into your icing sugar with your butter. And you start a little paste off. Like so. I'll move that to the side so you can see. So it's like a little paste. At this point you probably want to add just a little bit of vanilla essence. This is a teaspoon, but I'm not going to add that because I've already got it in the slice. So I'll just put a little bit in, probably 1/4 of a teaspoon. Probably about that much. 1/4. Put that in. And mix that in. So that's your base of your icing. And then you just keep going with icing sugar until it gets really thick. And then you add a little bit of warm water to make it runny. It's not too thick and heavy and goes into little balls. Yeah, there's the lumps there. So it was a bit lumpy. So at this stage, you just want to add a little bit of warm water. You don't want to go overboard, make it creamy. It melts everything down. And at this point, you just keep building it with your icing sugar. And you may have to do this 2 or 3 times. It's a big slice, so you will want a lot in there. Cover it well. I like a lot of icing. Get it thick again. This point, a little bit more water. It's just like a drop. You don't want to overdo it. So a little bit more icing sugar. I'll probably end up using quite a bit of icing sugar at this point because it is a big slice. A bit of water at this point, just a drop of water. And I'll continue doing this for the next couple of rounds, and then I'll come back and add the cocoa and we'll spread it on the slice. Okay, I've continued on making this icing. In the US it's called frosting. So it's like that consistency. It's a smooth paste. And I've used mostly all that container of icing sugar. But like I said, I like a lot. So, and then you just add, I don't know, maybe a tablespoon of cocoa. You don't want it too dark. And you add that in. And you mix it up and it becomes your chocolate. Now that's got some more powder content in it, you need to put just a little bit in there. Make it smooth again. it's looking like that. I should just use the rest of this up, you know, and then we've got a good amount of silly leaving a little bit in the, in the jar. Crazy. So we've used all that up now. So we're going to have to add a little bit more. It's just seeing how it looks, how you want it, how thick you want it. Do you want it like a thick cream? And mine's quite thick now. Gosh, that's good. A little bit more water. You kind of want it to be able to glide onto the slice. And you want the slice still a little bit warm. I think that's probably it now. That's the consistency. So that's a beautiful icing. My manual teacher from high school would be pleased. Okay, let's bring that slice over. It should have cooled down a bit now. Here it is. Bring you in closer so you can see what's happening here. Right, let's get this icing done. And, you know, it doesn't have to be, again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just how you want it, how everyone in your household likes icing. And how thin they like it. Oh, it will pick up a few of the crumbs in the icing too. Now, when it gets like this, where it's thick, and you want it to go the whole distance, you dip your knife in warm water and smooth it out. And then that helps it just roll over the slice. Because once this is set, you then cut it into cubes. Already starting to set actually. So you just always have your water nearby, smooth it out, and try and get to the ends here where I didn't have enough space. I didn't have enough mix. It's, like I said, it's a very big tray for a slice. It's really a roasting pan tray. Let's just do this. Use every little bit up. It will cover the whole slice. It's just spreading it out properly. This end bit's a bit messy, but it shall do for today. I need to remind myself to look at the thrift stores for a decent baking tray for slices. So it depends how much everyone in the family likes, you know, sweet icing. I love it. It just tops it off nicely, like so. Now what I'm going to do, there's a fly hanging around, keeps coming in because I had the door open earlier. I've got these little baby marshmallows, so I'll throw it on and see what happens. If they come off, it doesn't matter too much. Just make it a little bit more exciting. The icing has already started to set. Goodness me. There you go. So we'll put it back up on the window ledge. Just let it all cool down. You don't want to start cutting at it when it's too hot. And we'll come back and slice it all up. Alright. So let's uncover it to see how it's set. It's been about 10 minutes. Probably could take a bit longer to set. I can't wait. I won't cut it all right now. It's still quite warm. Yeah, it's breaking because it is a bit warm. I have to let it set a bit. But boy, that is delicious. And a bit of the marshmallow on top. Okay, so it does still need to set a bit. I did cut into it too early and it's breaking up. But oh my goodness, it's delicious. Delicious. Oh, that is delicious. And with the icing and a little bit of marshmallow on it. Delicious. Well, thank you for being with me today. Thank you for watching me make Afghan slice. Just let it cool down a bit longer, that's all. So I'll put it back up on the window ledge, let it cool a little bit longer, and then I'll continue cutting it. And you store it in the fridge. It's nice when it's cold and it's crispy. So do take care. Many blessings to you all. Thank you for stopping by. Simple living, everyone.